There was a time when love was blind and the world was a song.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie songs that always make us cry.
I watch her go with a surge of that well-known sadness, and I have to sit down for a while.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most emotional tearjerker movie songs that never fail to hit us right in the feels. As some of the tunes highlight important plot points in these movies, a spoiler alert is in effect. Let us know in the comments which of these had you choked up. Number 10. Unchained Melody, Ghost.
What are you doing?
I couldn't sleep.
The on-screen romance between the characters played by Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze in the early 90s flick is unforgettable. Perhaps one of their most intimate and beautiful moments together comes in the now iconic pottery scene.
Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea, yeah.
Set to the tune of the Righteous Brothers' rendition of Unchained Melody. This one is sure to hit you with a wave of emotions. The lyrics speak of an unwavering love that the singer nurses in hopes that his partner will wait for him, which is pretty fitting for the tender film in which it's featured. While the song may be perfect in capturing the intimacy between Sam and Molly, it is also capable of hitting home for most couples in love.
Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch.
Number 9. Over the Rainbow, The Wizard of Oz.
Some place where there isn't any trouble. Do you suppose there is such a place, Toto? There must be.
This film is chock full of iconic musical moments, like when Dorothy first meets the Munchkins, or when she arrives at Emerald City and gets glammed. But arguably the most memorable song in the film doesn't quite require the flashy technicolor or cast of characters that we see in the other tunes.
Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue.
When Dorothy sings Over the Rainbow while fantasizing about an idyllic world, we can't help but feel the tears well up in our eyes as we join in on her daydream. It's no surprise that it won the Academy Award for Best Original Song, as the emotions it stirs are still being felt over 80 years after its debut.
Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I?
Number 8. Glory, Selma.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.
This movie tells the story of the marches for voting rights in Alabama in the 1960s. For such a sensitive subject, Selma needed a theme song that could perfectly encapsulate its powerful message. Needless to say, Glory more than delivers. Co-written and performed by Common and John Legend, the former of whom is also featured in the film. Glory tells an aspirational story of resistance and activism as it lends to a changing society.
We sing, our music is the cuts that we bleed through. Somewhere in a dream we had an epiphany.
Though the songwriters drew inspiration from the civil rights era, they were also seemingly motivated by the state of the world at the time of the film's release. Undoubtedly a timeless song, we can't help but be overwhelmed with emotion and hope whenever we hear it.
We will be sure, so sure, we will be sure, so sure to the world knows.
Number 7. Edelweiss, The Sound of Music.
I would like to sing for you now a love song. I know you share this love. I pray that you will never let it die.
Most of the prominent musical moments from this classic film come from Dame Julie Andrews and her gang of misfit children. But with his delivery of this song, Christopher Plummer, and overdubbing from Bill Lee, proves that he is also one to be reckoned with.
Small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me.
The usually stern Captain Von Trapp shocks his family with his musical chops as he performs this beautiful tune, which is inspired by a flower found in his homeland of Austria. The performance is made all the more moving by the fact that he is singing it to say goodbye to the peaceful and beautiful country he once knew before the family is forced to leave it behind. The emotion felt in his performance has certainly resonated with audiences for decades. Number 6. The Way We Were. The Way We Were. Barbra Streisand's voice is positively dreamy in this song, which reminisces about love and loss.
Memories light the corners of my mind.
With her captivating vocals, Streisand longs for a time of being deeply in love, despite the challenges that come along with it. The theme of the song is synonymous with that of the film, where we follow the romantic journey of Katie and Hubble, played by Streisand and Robert Redford.
If we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we?
We see them go from school crushes to tumultuous lovers to strangers, and all of those feelings are bared in the titular song. Any listeners who have experienced similar heartbreak can relate to the lyrics, and The Way We Were is sure to leave us feeling both nostalgic and a little blue.
Whatever we remember, the way we were.
Number 5. I Dreamed a Dream. Les Miserables.
There was a time then it all went wrong.
The 1862 novel Les Miserables has undergone multiple adaptations, notably this 2012 feature film starring Hugh Jackman, Russell Crowe, and Anne Hathaway. One of the most show-stopping performances throughout the many versions of the book occurs in this film, as Hathaway's Fantine belts out I Dreamed a Dream.
I had a dream my life would be so different from this hell I'm living, so different, no, from what it seems.
Fantine is at an unbelievably low point in this moment, out on the streets with no money or place to call home. In the midst of her adversity, she sings a song of hope as she reflects on her past life and the daunting reality ahead of her. We get a lump in our throats every time we hear Hathaway's nearly flawless rendition of this number.
No, life has killed the dream.
Number 4. Wind Beneath My Wings. Beaches.
It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face.
While a lot of the sob-inducing tunes in this list are featured in romantic films, this one had us feeling emotional for a different kind of relationship. Beaches is about two lifelong friends who battle through many hardships, and its tragic ending is made even more somber when paired with this song.
Did you ever know that you're my hero and everything I would like to be?
While Wind Beneath My Wings could be interpreted as a love ballad, its presence in the movie reminds us that such a tune can also tell stories of platonic love. Bette Midler's voice matches perfectly with this heartbreaking ballad, and in this particular setting, it is more than enough to leave us weeping by the time the song ends or the film credits roll.
Thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath my wings.
Number 3. I'll Never Love Again. A Star Is Born.
I would have broke my heart in two, trying to save a part of you.
Lady Gaga shone in her performance as Ally Main in the 2018 adaptation of A Star Is Born. Even more, the musical role gave her the opportunity to showcase her singing and songwriting abilities. While Shallow was the most prominent song from the film, it was the final number that broke us down in tears.
'Cause my world keeps turning and turning and turning, and I'm not moving on.
After the unexpected death of her husband and mentor Jack, Ali delivers a moving performance, giving us one last glance of their love through the song they wrote together. The tune packs double the emotional punch, as Lady Gaga was also dealing with the real-life tragedy of her friend's death the same day she filmed this scene.
Don't wanna feel another touch, don't wanna start another fire, don't wanna know another kiss.
Number 2. Moon River, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Moon river, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style.
While Audrey Hepburn is best known for her superb acting abilities, she shines as a singer for the brief scene in one of her most famous movies. In a simple moment in Breakfast at Tiffany's, we, along with love interest Paul, see Holly Golightly dreamily singing this song and playing the guitar on her fire escape.
Wherever you're going, I'm going your way.
It's one of the most beautiful moments in the film that made us fall right in love with Miss Golightly, and its significance still resonates decades after its release. Moon River has been recreated by artists like Barry Manilow and Amy Winehouse, but nothing brings a tear to our eye like the original rendition by the late Audrey Hepburn.
Waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. I Will Always Love You, The Bodyguard. Whitney Houston transformed this from a country song into a soaring soul ballad.
And I will always love you.
Come What May, Moulin Rouge. Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor sing and fall in love in Paris.
Till the end of time.
If you want to sing out, Harold and Maude. This Cat Stevens tune manages to capture the dark and uplifting essence of the film.
And if you want to live high, live high. And if you want to live low, 'cause there's a million ways to go. You know that there are.
There You'll Be, Pearl Harbor. Faith Hill sings about keeping those who have passed on close to us.
And everywhere I am, there you'll be.
Slipping Through My Fingers, Mamma Mia. Meryl Streep's rendition of this ABBA song has every mother and daughter bawling.
I try to capture every minute, the feeling in it, slipping through my fingers all the time.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, My Heart Will Go On, Titanic.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
It's easy to be at the top when you're one of the most renowned songs ever and featured in one of the highest grossing films of all time. Titanic tells the tale of star-crossed lovers who never got a chance to fully explore their romance before tragedy strikes. This song, about always being with the one you love in your heart, encompasses that emotional journey. Believe it or not, Celine Dion was hesitant to record this beloved track, which has now become synonymous with the epic movie in which it's featured. My Heart Will Go On won every major award it was nominated for, and has become the ballad of a generation that still chokes us up with every listen.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.